Neverbloom. This is our second time actually sitting down. The first time we all got together and hung out was, well, not the first time, for the interview, was over there in Nevada City. That was an awesome night,
That's right.
awesome show, yeah.
That place was sick.
Supporting some friends of ours on tour and whatnot, and it was completely awesome, but they had just built the green room, which I was thrilled about. No insulation yet, so
right.
the sound check obliterated our last episode, so thank you guys for being cool enough to hang out again and you know, go over a little bit what we talked about last time. I guess see where you're at right now too, as far as I know you guys are hard workers, man. You guys have been up to a good bit, I'm sure, since then.
Hey, likewise. After meeting you, I've been seeing, you know, keeping you on my eye on socials and stuff, and you're constantly hustling stuff.
Always something, yeah. I love
always
it.
something.
Thank you. I appreciate
whether it be your photography or your music or your podcast or just
and again, you literally, my profile picture is still a picture you took. It's my favorite live picture of me yet. I love that. So yeah, your photography
I'll just
is
say
awesome.
that right now. I there is a special joy for me that, like, when I see a friend of mine like swap out his profile pic.
Sure.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I screenshot it every time. I'll screenshot it, like, you know.
You
they
should
just updated
take the little wins. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome,
That's
man.
for sure.
Validation.
Yeah. Even if,
you know you're doing something right with it.
Exactly that. You know,
well,
and so I'm like collecting
like the
them now.
homie
I'm like,
Fredo. The weekend. Our homie Alfredo, he does photography and stuff, and
he runs Caliber TV.
He runs Caliber TV, and I don't know if he was. I think he was just attending their show. The weekend was performing somewhere,
right.
And he, obviously snapped some good pictures. And the weekend has had his picture as his profile picture on Facebook for
over a year.
Yeah, it's like coming up to 2 years.
It's him
now
holding a
something.
mic stand with some smoke behind him.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's our friend who took the picture.
Yeah.
That's
He's had it
awesome,
forever.
dude.
He changed it to like promote an
He changed it
album,
to
and then he
something
changed
else,
it back to the same picture.
Fredo's picture.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Change it
That's
back.
amazing.
And like Fredo's a huge like Weeknd fan, so like again, like it just goes back to like validation. You know you did something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm new to photography. I was doing it with my iPhone before, so
Sure.
I had a lot of catching up to do. But again, thankful for my friends, man. Got a lot of opportunities to jump in there and do that.
Was that at the Grass Valley show?
That was Nevada City. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, Nevada City.
Grass Valley, basically.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But
But 5 minutes away.
We did play together with you all. The first time we played with you was at Old Ironsides. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, that
'cause-
clusterfuck of a show. Yeah.
It was a different vocalist. It was not.
It was a different drummer.
Yeah, a different drummer. Okay, and it was kind of a farewell show of sorts.
Correct.
Her vocalist
Yeah.
it was her last night. So I pointed this out last time, but I have to point it out again. What a contrast it was for me to go from this somewhat emotional farewell to a very talented vocalist.
Yes.
And then playing with you all in Fresno again, supporting that tour with So This Is Suffering, and I was completely floored, dude. I was just like, I don't know. It was so crazy to me how switching one piece out just changed the tone.
Everything.
Right. And I think.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. And you all mentioned that part of that was intentional, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So with Allie, our old singer, fantastic performer. We loved her. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. Life happens. But there was a lot of the stuff that she wrote that we didn't really feel comfortable performing without her because it was her story to tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so we really wanted to move into a new direction and have a new, not necessarily new sound, but something that we could feel
chapter.
like we're not trying to take anything away from her story or anything that she put out.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tough for us. We had like conversations like, do we change our name? Do we start over? What do we do? I've known Howie since I was like 15. So more than half my
something
life
like that,
now.
yeah.
So
14,
That makes
15.
things a little easier.
Oh, yeah.
I literally, we talked and we're like, what do we do? Do we go change our name and find someone else? What do we do? And so I was like, I got one person I want to work with. That's it. I'm going to hit him up. If he's down, we should just keep going. And it was Howie. I was like, you want to do it? And he was like, yep.
Yeah.
It was that simple.
That easy.
I was like, hey, we're looking for a
I don't
vocalist.
know if you
Okay.
remember. I'm pretty
I was expecting
sure,
to have to
like
sell
when you
this, but-
guys,
All right.
when you guys released like your first single or whatever with Ali and whatnot, I'm pretty sure I messaged you and I was like, dude, the new band is sick, but like I'm honestly a little bummed out that you didn't hit up your boy.
I vaguely remember something like
yeah.
that. Right.
So when Josh hit me up and he was, I think it was just like, hey, so would you maybe want to come jam with Neverbloom?
Yeah.
Randomly? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
It was quick.
How did it feel the first time jamming with him?
Well, the first time jamming was after I had already given like a rough recording and stuff of like 3 songs.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because they had songs backed up, ready to go.
We had Departure. We basically had been sitting on Departure since October of last year.
Okay.
And we were initially gonna release it with
after
Allie.
You hitting me up.
Yeah, so we were initially gonna like do it with Allie, and then when that didn't work out, we decided to keep that one. There was a couple other ones we shelved because it didn't feel right with his vibe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're like, here, we're going to do this one. This is the next one we want to work on. He started just writing lyrics to it and then came over to Sean's place, and the 3 of us just sat in a room and we just started demoing.
Yeah.
And it felt very natural. We loved the sound. We loved what he was able to bring to it.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is it. Like, if you're down, we're down. Let's make it happen. It was
that inner knowing, man. Yeah.
There was no trying this guy out and trying this guy out and then comparing the two. It wasn't anything like that. We knew who we wanted and it worked out perfect.
Yeah, it was just all very natural.
Right. Yeah, it felt very natural.
And then at what point do we decide to lean into Jesse singing?
Yeah, so that was another thing. So Jesse, his family just in general, I'm not going to get into it. His whole family is talented. You've heard his brother's music out there, guaranteed.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, I could sing a little bit, but none of us had heard him. We're like, sure, dude. Sure you can. Of course you can. Why can't you? Everybody else in your family can fucking sing.
Right.
Why not you?
Right.
Oh, another Reeves.
So he starts singing on Departure, and we're like, oh, this motherfucker really can sing.
Yeah, that motherfucker can sing.
Yeah, he can sing and play drums at the same time. So yeah, hell yeah.
Wait, how long have you guys been jamming with him before you even realized?
Well, he's been the drummer.
So he's
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's been our
Why you been holding out, dude?
With the show that we played with you guys at Old Ironsides.
Yeah,
exactly. Right, yeah. So we played Old Ironsides, and he actually got sick the night before, so I just stepped up and filled in on drums. Mm-hmm. But we've never not had Jesse as our drummer.
Okay.
And Jesse is actually, this is the funny part. So Sean is married to Jesse's sister.
Yeah.
So he's known Jesse for 10, 15 years. I don't know how long. Jesse never once had mentioned, hey, I could sing a little bit.
Yeah.
None of us knew that this dude could sing. He was just holding on to it. And then like,
you're all just standing there with your jaws like,
yeah, he starts singing. We're like, wait, like what? And at the time we had Allie. She was a great singer. It didn't really make sense for him to like put his hat in the ring with Howie. Like Howie can sing too, but his voice isn't exactly like fitting our choruses because it's just a little bit
different
lower.
sound. It's a little, for sure.
Yeah. It's just different. And so Jesse wanted to give it a shot. We're open. And now it's like, well, fuck, how do we burn Jesse out playing drums and singing on every song? Because I know he's not going to want to do it, but we're going to make him.
Right.
He'll figure it out. Yeah.
Right.
No, I like how conscious you all were of kind of what a vocalist contributes to a band. You know, you're like, oh, this was her story, so you know, you're aware that she had a narrative that she was telling to the audience, and I love that you didn't just assume anybody could just pick up the mic and do exactly what what your previous vocalist did, and I think. No, get in here.
I tried waving him in before.
I did too. I talked to him earlier. Like, you're gonna get on in this too, right?
I tried waving you in before.
What's up, bud? What's up?
What's up, Sean? Come take a seat.
Yeah, there's one right here for you. We saved you.
Right here. Sit down on Papa's lap.
The head chair. The head seat.
Why would I sit anywhere but Howie's balls?
I mean,
that's a good question.
You ever seen that episode of South Park where Randy gives himself testicular cancer?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got probably a couple.
That's a good one.
Left.
Okay, good. I appreciate you coming in and letting us know. If that's the case, I would like to ask about what you all are working on next. I know I had asked about an EP. You guys said that's probably not the strategy, but still going to keep recording and releasing songs. But.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you might find us, releasing an EP randomly with maybe 1 or 2 different songs that you haven't heard, and then a couple of the singles that we'll be releasing along the way. But I know for right now we've got one more single planned at least by roughly what?
Early 24.
Yeah, early 2024. We can't give an exact month yet, but we're really close on finalizing that. Yeah, I mean, we're just playing music. We're just writing music, and we're just kind of, just enjoying it for what it is right now.
No, that's amazing, man. It's a good perspective. And you all record yourselves, right, Michael? You're the one that records everything.
Michael does everything.
Is that like you? That's a business of yours, right? You have your own studio and everything, and
it's a business I would like to have. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if you had a name
slow moving for sure.
MLC
like
audio.
that, or...
What's that?
I was wondering if you had like a studio set up or anything. Like
I do. Yeah, I have a whole. It's just a spare bedroom in my apartment right now, but it is all set up for any type of tracking.
It sounds amazing. I'm blown away by the quality of your recording. Very clean, very full, but like no hype, like no flubby mid or lower, nothing like that. Everything sounds very clean and punchy and just awesome, man. And I wanted to ask about that just because we've pretty much been doing almost everything DIY, mostly out of necessity, not necessarily because like that's the best quality or whatever, but just because budget wise, you got
other responsibilities.
Yeah, and these days it really does feel like you got to pick and choose what you can outsource and what you can take care of in house. So
there's so many tools out there nowadays too to help you get your demos to sound so much more polished than they used to be. So
more possible now than ever, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I do pretty much everything in the box. I don't do any live drums or anything like that. But yeah.
Okay. That's super common now, though. I think that's almost the default now.
With the programs and stuff out there, the different VSTs like the Get Good drums and stuff like that, like they're just so good. They're such high quality drum samples and whatnot. They sound real anyway. But,
when people can't tell the difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like on all modern records, what you're hearing a lot of times is not all live drums too. If they tracked anyways, they're always blending it with samples.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
Always.
So
guaranteed.
Yeah, just kind of if you can afford it, doing the live drums is fun.
It's like a luxury, right?
Yeah, it really is. It really is a luxury for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely how we've been approaching it too. Our drums were programmed too for this first release. We are talking about recording live drums. I mean, just like we mentioned, it's an undertaking. That's not something.
It's more expensive for the musicians.
It does.
Drum tracking is one of the longest sessions that you're gonna ever pay for. You're gonna have a 10-hour block set up, and you're gonna probably get maybe 4 songs tracked on drums.
And all of the editing, dude. Holy shit!
It's a very
all the drum editing
process.
Oh no, I've done that once. The time slipping drums or whatever, or slipstreaming, or where you got to like line.
Drum editing is
not
tedious.
Not fun. Yeah, it is very
very tedious.
Yeah, and it's really easy to make a mistake, and be like, why does this sound weird right there? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool, man. So I guess the last thing I want to ask you all about before we all go in there and do what we do, what's like what are the plans for next year? You know what I mean? Like for us this past year, we had goals of hitting so many followers and getting to certain cities. We hit all our goals, thankfully. I was wondering if you all had something like that, like maybe some sort of vision or like little short-term goals or long-term goals you might want to.
Short-term goal, just get that new single out as soon as we can. Yeah,
like a single and then a few more to follow up. That's what we're going to be focusing on most immediately. Yeah. Okay. Then after that, when we're ready to get right back at it, branching out of Sacramento and keep capitalizing on that as much as possible.
We want to get you guys in Merced so bad. If you guys are down, we're going to make it happen.
Just kidding. We'll go.
There's a place out there called The Partisan. Whenever we play, because it's our hometown, it's always like a good show. So that would be a lot of fun.
Of course, man. Yeah,
we've been able to kind of hang out with you all in your stomping grounds. It'd be cool to bring you to ours.
Funny thing about Merced, the old vocalist Allie, she lives in Merced. She's
really?
Right.
That's where she was.
So she's got a lot of friends there and stuff too. So that would be actually
that'd be a
pretty decent place
for us to play. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Cool, man. I'm sure we're going to be seeing each other quite a bit next year.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be looking forward to all your releases coming out. And
likewise.
I can't wait to go up on stage and tear it up with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sitting with me.
Thank you.
Yeah.